Oh, Ma.
Son of a beach. Hey, welcome back to Sound Fest 2025. It's 31 nights of horror movie reviews. It's been great. It's been horrific. It's been terrifying. And I'm your host, the devil himself, PJ Bozak. Here again, the candle's lit. It's time to do it. And we're going to go back to, We're going to go back a little bit in time to the 80s. When a very, very obscure B-movie company was making a big hit called The Toxic Avenger from 1984, done by Troma Films. If you don't know, they've been around since 1974, putting out some of the craziest underground horror, comedy, just all types of gross shit, gratuitous nudity, murder, assault, all that kind of shit, everything you can think of, terrible acting, poor editing, and poor life choices, all in all. But the biggest one out of their entire collection was right here. The Toxic Avenger came out in 1984. Like I said a few seconds ago, I keep repeating myself. But yeah, I remember my father renting this. It was on VHS back in the day. And I watched it all the freaking time, part with all the sequels, and of course, it would become a big hit. It started a cartoon, but let's get into it. This 1984 classic. It was directed and written by Lloyd Kaufman and Michael Herz. And if you don't know, crazy Lloyd Kaufman is a sinister son of a bitch. Uncle Lloyd, we call him. He's been around for a long time, and he's brought a lot of good stuff to us, like the class of Nukem High, and Troma alone just put out so many weird titles. Another one that I reviewed before is Blood-Sucking Freaks. If you ever get a chance, check out that fucking movie. Oh my god! And this movie is about $500,000 for a budget, and it's not too bad. It ended up becoming an underground hit, though. You know, they made their money when this went to shelves in the video stores and people were renting it. That's where they made the money from this. And still to this day, the DVD collections, the unrated cuts through all the sequels, and then they did that crazy 4K version of the Toxic Avenger, which I need to get my hands on. And recently, you know, we've had the remake of the Toxic Avenger. Well, who is a Toxic Avenger? Well, this janitor named Melvin Junko. He worked at this fitness gym, and there's these crazy guys there. They're drug dealers or murderers. They go to the gym. The mayor is really evil, so a lot of like drug trades go on in this gym. And Melvin's this dorky janitor, and they like picking on him. So one day they try to fool him into making out with a girl in the dark, and they make him wear a tutu. And he meets up with this girl. He thinks he's gonna make out with this girl. And everything goes wrong, and they're all making fun of him. They're all ridiculing him, and it forces him to jump out of the window of the top story there. He jumps outside, and just so happens there's a truck parked there full of nuclear waste, and he falls into it, and he becomes like covered in boils, and they all explode in his face. He runs home, gets a nasty bath, and then he finally morphs into a hideously deformed creature of superhuman size and strength. The Toxic Avenger, folks. He's pretty much invulnerable to bullets. He can radiate people and make them set fire just by touch. He's got superhuman size and strength, like I said. He's got these traumatons that help him detect evil, so he only kills bad people. He somehow knows they're bad, even if he doesn't have all the facts, kind of like some of the news outlets. But this is just a really good B movie. And he has, of course, this big, hideously deformed creature wearing a tutu. He's got a mop, killing bad guys, and he falls in love with a blind girl. It's a great movie. It's cheesy as fuck. Who stars in the motherfucker, though? So we had this crazy, fucked up crew of rich kids that like to drive around, running people over, racking up points, and doing God knows what kind of drugs. They just hang out at the gym all day. But that's led by Bozo, played by Gary Schneider. Then we have his girlfriend Julie, played by Cindy Mannion. Robert Pritchard playing Slug. Jennifer Pritchard playing Wanda. And if you didn't know, there's a surprise cameo in this movie. An 18-year-old Marissa Tomei appears in this movie. That is freaking insane to me. Every time I realize that, it just blows my mind. The girl from My Cousin Vinny, of course, she plays Aunt May in the recent Spider-Man movies. Dan Snow playing this guy named Cigar Face. He's one of the top cronies for the evil mayor. And he just smokes a cigar and he makes these really bad one-liners. I mentioned the blind girl Sarah that falls in love with the Toxic Avenger. Well, it's Andrea Miranda playing Sarah. And the evil mayor, Mayor Belgoody, played by R.L. Ryan. And I think he's actually a pretty good actor. He plays such a good evil fucking prick in this movie. Wait till you see what happens to him at the end. And Mitch Cohen playing the Toxic Avenger, wearing the makeup and paint he said it would take hours to put him in, which he thought was torture. Then there was a voiceover for the Toxic Avenger, voiced by Kenneth Kessler. And then Mark Torgel playing Melvin Junko before he mutates and becomes this superhero that goes around bashing people's skulls together and shoving mobs through people's craniums and scoring with hot blind chicks. But there are many sequels, and if you watched before, I have reviewed the Toxic Avenger Part 2, where he goes to Japan. Then the Toxic Avenger Part 3. That's just rewatched it. It gets worse each time I watch it. And then I've also reviewed this movie before on PJ's Movie Time. Citizen Toxie, the Toxic Avenger Part 4. And if you don't know, recently it just hit the American theaters finally. Peter Dinklage starring in the Toxic Avenger. It's a retelling of the story. It's got Kevin Bacon in it. It's got a whole. Just go watch it. I watched it. It's gory. It's silly. Some people didn't like it, but guess what? Humans tend to hate mostly everything around them nowadays, but you just might like the movie. There's also been a ton of toys released. Plus, who could forget the kids show, a Trauma Kids show, yeah. The Toxic Crusaders. That shit was awesome. I love that. And I also think you should go check out the 40th anniversary documentary of the Toxic Avenger. And there's also a Toxic Avenger musical, which I have not seen. I need to go check that out. In fact, after I'm done editing this, I might go check out the Toxic Avenger musical. That sounds pretty badass to me, honestly. But yeah, the Toxic Avenger is very dear to my heart. Like I said, I watched it countless times as a child. I had the toys. I watched the cartoon. I bought the DVDs, the unrated cuts where they came out. I downloaded them. The Toxic Avenger is always getting watched in this household. And just trauma movies all together. Like the Class of Nukem High and the movie Butt Crack, that's a good one. Death by Temptation, Romeo and Juliet, Redneck Zombies. I could do this all fucking day, but I don't have time. So what do I rate the Toxic Avenger? Lloyd Kaufman, you son of a bitch, you and Michael Herz, thank you for this. So I'm going to rate this a good old whopping 5 out of 5 dog dicks. And that's been a lot. That's a damn good rating for a B movie starring a hideously deformed creature of superhuman size and strength. So, join me here tomorrow night. If you didn't join me here tonight, then guess what? You blew it. But you can still watch this episode along with the playlist right down below. It'll be in the link. But I'll see you here tomorrow night at Salmon Fest. We're going to do some more horror movie reviews. It's going to be great. So, happy Halloween. Motherfucker, go wash your socks.
Hey now.